Hello again, I'm Rodney Reynolds and welcome to another video review. Today I'm looking at the NZXT Lexa and Apollo ATX cases. The Lexa mid-tower ATX case is mostly aluminum except for a few plastic parts and is currently only available in this black silver color. At the top of the case is one 80mm fan. At the top is an LED which shows the CPU, hard drive, and system temperatures. The thermal probes for each of these are inside the case. At the front is a door, and on this door is where the power LED and hard drive activity LED are located. This door opens to reveal four 5¼ inch external drive bays and two 3½ inch external drive bays. And here's where the reset button is located. Also note that this door is held into place with magnetic force. On the right side is one FireWire port, a microphone and headphone jack, and two USB ports. The left side panel has a large window and one 120mm blue LED fan. It also comes with a latch and it can be locked. At the back of the case is a plastic piece which can be removed in order to open the left or right side panels. At the top is where a standard ATX power supply would get installed. They include an I/O shield plate and a 120mm blue LED fan. Further down are the 7 expansion slots. There are no thumb screws, rather 4 Phillips screws that hold the plastic piece and the side panels into place. This case fits a baby AT, micro ATX, and standard ATX motherboard. There's a fair amount of room to work on the inside, but the motherboard tray is not removable. I mentioned earlier that there are 4 external 5¼ inch drive bays and 2 external 3½ inch drive bays. Well, there are an additional 5 3½ inch internal drive bays. Also note that there's a 120mm fan at the front of the case with a dust filter. This case has a toolless design for installing drives in the drive bays and cards in the expansion slots. This case comes with a strong carry harness which has an adjustable shoulder strap, handle, and pouch to carry peripherals, cables, etc. At the bottom are 4 rubber feet which have great anti-vibration properties and won't scratch the surface. Also at the bottom is a port with a filter. Now have a listen to the stock cooling with the left side panel off. And now with the side panel on. Let's have a look at the Apollo mid-tower ATX case. This case is mostly steel except for a few plastic parts and is currently available in 4 colors. At the front is a door which is held into place by magnetic force and opens to reveal 5 5¼ inch drive bays and 1 external 3½ inch drive bay. Also in here is the reset button. On the door itself is the power LED. Further down is the power button and the hard drive activity LED. And also at the very bottom on either side of the case are LEDs. On the right side is one FireWire port, a microphone and headphone jack, and 2 USB ports. On the left side panel is one large window and one 120mm fan. At the back of the case is where a standard ATX power supply would get installed. They include an I/O shield plate and a 120mm fan. Further down are the 7 expansion slots, and there are 2 thumb screws on the left side panel. This case fits a baby AT, micro ATX, and standard ATX motherboard. There's a fair amount of room to work on the inside, but the motherboard tray is not removable. I mentioned earlier that there are 5 external 5¼ inch drive bays and 1 external 3½ inch drive bay. Well, there are an additional 4 internal 3½ inch drive bays. This case has a toolless design for installing drives in the drive bays and cards in the expansion slots. At the front bottom is a place to put a recommended but optional 120mm fan to intake cool air inside the case. At the bottom are 4 plastic feet. Finally, have a listen to the stock cooling. Both of these cases look really nice. The Lexa is all aluminum, very, very light, has all the fans and features. The Apollo is steel, pretty heavy, and only has 2 fans and really no positive airflow. I would have liked to have seen him include another 120mm fan at the front bottom of the case. But overall, the Lexa is kick-ass and the Apollo is great. Again, my name is Rodney Reynolds. This has been another video review. Be sure to check back very soon. I will have a brand new one for you then. Also pop into my website at www.3dgameman.com, and while you're there you can go into the forums and register, and remember, registration is completely free. Also keep in mind you can find out a lot more on this product in the forums. And as a final note, if you love watching my video reviews, please remember to help support 3dgameman.com. If you wish to support, please visit support3gm.com. Until next time, take care. 120 million. I lose my voice. For a standard standard ATX. ATX standard.